know that
exploring the creative journey of experimental
really cool
rotor design and technological responsibility.
Because that's an outer ring and an inner ring, and if the outer ring affects the inner ring, and the inner ring affects the outer ring, that's a double dose of affection, man. But you can see it's pretty like rudimentary. It's just wire wrapped in a circle, and then you can see the series connections with the tape and everything. I don't know. It's got zip ties. I used to know what what was going on with stuff. So here's to people doing what they do. Here's to people doing stuff, man. I mean, everybody that heard what I said and started taking charge and doing it. I've seen so many things in the past month just start to spring up. I mean, and I'm not like taking any kind of responsibility, but I do recall putting forth a challenge for those people that are capable to start doing things, and voila. But maybe I just started paying closer attention to what was going on, because I'll pop off at the mouth like that all the time, man. And it's like some people who pop off at the mouth too don't think it's a big deal, but it's a pretty big deal. That's why I call it popping off, because it's an impulse. But some people don't know how to react. I'm one of those people. But it's all good. We just got to admit more. That's what I'm saying. We got to own up to not only us not getting what's going on, but then popping off. We got to own up for that too. It's no good. It's bad juju. There's a karmic response when you act out in anger. But I do it all the time, man. That's why my table looks the way it does. And I think it looks better than it's looked in months, seriously. I mean, not the color. Actually, I think it's really artistic. It's starting to look better and better, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of hard to focus in on what's going on. It really is just that I put together from coil to design, build the rotors, build the coils. I mean, I built the coils, and I bought an aluminum rotor, and I buy the shafts. There's things that I get, but the rest of it I make it. And I do most of this stuff in my head based on what I've already done and witnessed. You can get a pretty good feel for what's going to come out the other end based on what you've already done. I mean, if you're into doing stuff like this coil right here, really doesn't do that much. You gotta tether it down really, really hard, because it's 14 gauge and 32 gauge trigger, but it's like 12 turns. Literally, it's maybe 20. It's not going to do anything. It's going to burn out all your stuff. And if it's not glued down to the table like really, really strongly, it's not going to stay still because it is powerful. This short 14 gauge strand is going to give you some power. If you can just get it to hit without breaking all your stuff. This one right here is a 16 gauge coil with a 26 gauge trigger. That's why I got to whip that disc in the middle so hard. So there's about 3/4 of an inch to a half an inch distance between the magnets and the coil, and they're a lot less intense than the cubes. So I was just testing this one to make sure that it works, and it works great. There's the Dolarath Papa Bale collaboration rotor. It's got gyros. You can see the middle spin when I spin this. You see that? That is awesome. All right, each one of these like cubbies can hold magnets. So this is awesome. And I'm going to try and use this on my sculpture because it goes north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south. So we're going to try 8 instead of 3. I've been experimenting with configurations with this rotor, and this is the only one I have left is 2 blank, 2 blank, 2 blank. Yeah, I can't even feel what's going on. There we go. All right, now see this one. Don't really have to flick it as hard or at all, really. So that's 6 magnets on the 9 magnet rotor. So there you got 2 120s and then 120 that's empty. And I don't know, but I think this is going to fit in that nicely in that empty slot. Oh, I got to put it in the other one. Go figure. I took the flange off. That's what I got to do. I got to order flanges. Let's try the other one. That's kind of loud. I think this one will be not as loud. At least I hope not. pretty seamless. It's just the magnets are really moving around in there. Like I said, a piece of tape around each one. And stuff it back in. Wow. That's not, well, it's starting to shake a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's really not. I don't trust those bearings though. Not even a little bit, man. I haven't used that rotor in like a year. Can hear them squeaking. That's an awesome rotor. Oh, I got my ceramic bearings. Just need a good rotor to put them in. One, two. That is generating 4 volts. All right, we're just going to start stacking copper on the generator side. And then how we're going to get current is through trifilar coils. Got to charge that one. That's a series connection. This one has an iron core in it. This one can have an iron core in it. Really got to find what end is what here. Mark it down. I'm going to grab that core. Since this is all for generation purposes, Hmm. Yay. Yeah, we're just getting an iron core up in this 11,000 turn coil real quick. Come on, man. There we go. All right. So it's a blue bobbin. Obviously, I printed that one. All right, and because it's a little high, gotta keep it back. Oh, that sucks. Maybe we should take the core out. Now that I spent all that time getting it in there, it's a little high and it's sucking the magnets out if it gets too close. I'd rather not print a freaking cap for this right now. That's the logical answer. It's like a perfect spot. It's like right on the edge, top edge of the magnet. It's like right up in here. Oh, wow. All right. So what we need to do is we need to clip these together. It's my birthday. Get busy. It's my birthday. All right. Clips. Wow, that end is extremely long. I'm going to have to cut that. Holy cow. All right, now to make sure that we have that all going in the same or correct direction, I understand, man. People, they just got to say something, you know? Even if it's not nice, they just have to say it. Well, as long as you can accept the consequences of doing so. A lot of the times nothing will happen, but, you know, sometimes you're going to piss somebody off. It just happens. It's not their job to be cool, actually. That's my job. I got to be cool. All right, so let's go AC. Here, let me try something. Um, want to see how much we're just getting off of this one, so that way I know which way to put the other one. So like 15 at that distance. 23 right there. Okay. And then we're going to try this next coil with and without the core. Oh, yeah, dude. Come on, man. Nope. Must have knocked something. And that seems wrong. It's at 23. Yeah, there you go. 32. All right. Hmm. Yeah, I wasn't going to do 24 for some reason. That might be what the problem was all along. 100 volts. 130 volts. And then we put it into a bridge rectifier, right? We take this energy, we put it into a bridge rectifier, 200 volts. And then we take the trifilar energy from over here and we put it in the same bridge rectifier. $233. Matter of fact, let's get cracking on that. So I like these bifilers. They're really cool. They're really small. This is a 4-filer. Actually, I need to get. I'm gonna put the bridge rectifier where I want it to go. 258 volts of AC. Rotor is 63% done. All right, I got it. Sweet. So what I'm saying is, gonna hook a transistor up to this one. So 260 volts coming off of these two coils in series. Got its own power supply for it. Mm. All right. Now trigger. I mean, the question that got me started on doing all of this stuff was, how do I get it to move without me spinning it with my finger? That's what started it all. Nothing's really like super spectacular. Like, oh, how do I get 20,000 RPMs out of a drop of water? Rainwater. I'm not, I mean, no, I don't know. I have no idea. Can that even be done? I don't know. I just wanted to make this thing spin without me doing it. And now I'm trying to generate current and just enough current to maybe run another motor or another circuit. I mean, the light, and like if I could light up a string of those halogen bulbs, that would be sweet. Those are 120 volt incandescent bulbs. So that would be sweet. With the little filament that you gotta, induce. Yeah, those type of lights. Um, Not that you don't know, it's just that I found it extremely difficult to get any response out of the halogen bulbs, but I do. They get orange instead of like kind of more white. They get orange. All right, so we got the trigger hooked up, and now we need to get a light bulb. Here it is. And 2 clips to hook it up. All right, that in itself is complete. Let's turn it on and power a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to glue it down, but it works. Man, the bridge rest. Yeah, see, that's me and my stupidity. See, I'm supposed to take the ends from these two strands, connected to the bridge rectifier, but it's way over there. Duh. I mean, come on, man. Can I make my life any more difficult for myself? All right. Um, let's do this. All right. Now, we want to see how much energy, current, and whatever is coming off of those two strands. There's 28 and a 30 gauge strand. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a boost of voltage. But I think the current's going to go through as well. And if it doesn't, I think it does because the middle strand, the trifilar strand, has the same effect as running collector to collector. It kind of carries, at least as far as I've been able to tell. You get the same amount of brightness, you get the same amount of lighting effect. It's virtually the same, down to maybe a couple millivolts. And what I mean by collector to collector is collector, diode, collector, and it's like just taking the power from the power supply and spreading it, making it go farther. I think it's really neat, but I think that's exactly what's going on. I don't. Wow, that's hard to see there. I need to. I need 3 clips, one for series, and then one for the end and one for the other end. Now I'm working with the 28 gauge strand. And a 30 gauge strand. So 28 to 30. And then one end of the 28 goes to the bridge rectifier. And one end of the 30 goes into the other end of the bridge rectifier. All right. And then we take our multimeter, connect it to the bridge rectifier, and we get some clearer readings. I'll be right back. Alright, so gotta get the bridge rectifier. Put it right here. We'll clip the one end. Alright. That's interesting. So we're getting an average of about 11 volts, 12, 13. But I also think because it's in the coil with the two strands that are active, you get some transformer action there. So about 13 volts. Looks like pretty steady. All right, I need to get 2 more clips. Use this long clip. Wish I had 2 long clips. I'm using them. One down. And then I think we'll just use this one. Now I got to go over there and get the reading. We'll leave that running for right now. Wow, I'm not getting any of that voltage. Now I'm getting it. No, I'm not. All right, let's try this. There it goes. Okay, so you can't combine those two energies. Not through the bridge rectifier. They won't combine. Maybe I need a diode. That's probably what I need, but I'm running out of connectors. But let me try that. $58. So that's different. All right, let's put a diode on the other one. So both ends get their own diode. Sounds like the battery's dying. So like 150 is what it looks like it's going to be. I'm wondering what I could plug into this to see if it works. Maybe this. Yeah, we'll do this. The big old light. Mm. All right, so we got ground. We've got live line. Big and small, respectively. All right, let's see what we can do. Probably gonna do nothing, but we'll see. Oh, look at that. Woohoo! Pretty solid, pretty bright. So they won't go in series. I don't get it. Awesome. That's like no flashing at all. That's bright. That's really cool. All right. So let's see if we can keep it on after we turn the power all the way off. Just from flywheel. See if we got any of that capability going on. Just a little bit left in there. Heck yeah. Now, if I were to turn that back into the machine, it'd have to be off, and it'd have to be on a different circuit than anything that's out there right now. I wouldn't be able to be filtered back in. And there it goes. So all this doesn't count. What's going on right now isn't generating enough to turn on the light. So wait. All right. I want to play with this a little bit more. I love this thing. It's like almost right. Weight is like almost right. I had to redo some stuff in there to balance it out a little better. And then the rotor's printing right now. It's a 4-magnet rotor, and I made a 4-magnet rotor because there's 4 components that weigh anything in here, and they're all at 90 degrees. So naturally, I made a 90-degree rotor to counterbalance it. I was thinking that like 1 and 3 and 2 and 3 would work. It's just not going to work. It's got to be equal. It's going to have any chance. And even now, it's like wobbly. I think the shaft goes through the hole. It's not straight when it's done. I mean, the shaft's not bent. It's just the hole's crooked. Look at that. That's awesome. When I get the rotor in, we'll be able to see what's going on. Didn't expect that to happen. All right. But let me explain this. You got 9-volt battery packs here with on-off toggles, so you can turn them on and off. They come undone. You can change out the batteries with little to no problem. At least I hope you can. I haven't had to do it yet, but I did try taking off the plates, and they come off. And they go back on. So I'm sure it'll work. And then 2 22-gauge coils with the trigger strands. Then the 4 cube magnets on top. Yeah, I don't know where the circuitry is going to go at this point in time. Probably on top of the batteries, not covering the switch. So, like right here, and then have a different little board for each coil. And we're not going to hook them in series. We're going to just do them parallel, 9 volts. It should be pretty awesome. I think it's a novel idea. If somebody can do it better than me, please do. But if you take from my enjoyment, you're an asshole. Just saying. See, I like making things like this. So if you go and do something stupid like put a patent on it, I'm going to hate you forever. Nah, I'm kidding. I already did it. I'm so sure that it's going to work that I already did it. Just need to work out the kinks, which is slight misleveling. There's like just a slight, and it's not any of the components really. It's the shaft itself and how it goes through the little cup here. And then the bottom is just kind of put on there. But it's really close to being like right there where I can let it go. Yeah, you know it. Why would you do something like that if you won't be able to enjoy it in the end? You know, it's going to eat you alive. I mean, you've heard that expression before, right? It's eating me alive. The secret that I have to keep is eating me alive. Yeah, that's what I mean, moron. Heck yeah. I love this one, man. It's a little unstable, but I like it. Hmm. And see, this is a demonstration of how if that one gets going fast enough, it'll level out and it'll stop shaking. Very good flywheel. Yeah, it's like you can't even you're walking on eggshells pretty much, or I am anyway, because I grew up with all those phrases that are today socially unacceptable. And I use them all the time. And you know what I call that? BS. That's BS, man. If you're offended by that kind of crap, that's BS. You can't be offended by that. I mean, if somebody's trying to offend you and you know they're trying to offend you because they just don't back down. And it's not even about what you were arguing about anymore at this point. It's personal. And they still don't back down. It's like, hey, man, this isn't even about rights anymore. This is about you being a total beep, 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 beep. And I hear it all the time, man. I am, for the most part, a very boisterous individual. But I'll tell you one thing I won't do: sleep with your wife. I won't do that. That's why I never got married, man. I don't want to have to deal with people's crap when they can't put up with me anymore. It's like, man, you signed a contract, right? Saying that you were going to be cool and everything. And then now you can't be cool anymore because why? Well, this is all on you. All on you. That's that zero accountability that, people just don't think they have to pay any, have any consequences for their actions. And me, I know that there are a bunch of people out there that don't like what I'm saying right now. Consequences for what you say, too, you know? I have to pay those consequences. It doesn't seem like anybody else does, though. It's irritating because I'm walking on eggshells, like checking everything that I say or want to say. And it's like, is anybody else doing this? I hope so, because I feel lonely. And I mean, like, sure. And then you go ahead and you say it on your own ground, and that's cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Seriously, I just do this to have fun. I express myself to have fun, and that's all I'm doing. Somebody doesn't like it. I mean, seriously, what do you want me to say to that? I mean, I try to keep focused, but the drama, it seems to like follow me wherever I go, and I can't just ignore it. There's one thing I could never do that would have gotten me really far in life is just the ability to ignore all the dumb shit. That would have been a really good gift. And yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's all been done before. Everything that I've done, except for maybe that top thing over there, has been done before. Is it useless? Some of it keeps me going. So I would say it's all got a use, and that's, preventing me from doing dumb stuff. And believe me, nobody wants me doing dumb things. Yeah, that bearing was popping out. And I guess all in all, it is all pretty dumb because I'm not very safe about it. But as long as nobody gets hurt, it's all good. I'm a pretty good gauge of what will and will not stay together at this point. Like old men, I don't mean old man, I mean old men. Think they have a right to be a curmudgeon. And, dudes think that's okay. He's like, he has a right to be an old man. I'm going to be an old man myself. All grousing and curmudgeon-y and complaining about everything and this and that and all this. And no, no. I mean, my dad and my grandpa, they both died of cancer, and they did not complain at the end of their lives at all that I was aware of. And I try to gather, gain strength from them and other individuals that found peace in silence and not complaining about stuff. Because I love to complain. I'll complain all day. I'm trying really hard not to, though. But I mean, I don't know. It's a growth process. It's a process. Learning how to let stuff go is a step by step thing, man. If you do it overnight, you better like check how that actually happened. I prayed for my ankle to be healed, and the next day it was healed. Does that mean that God healed my ankle? No, it doesn't. Because that night I stretched, like every bone in my leg popped, including my ankle, and I woke up and I was good. Now, you can argue, of course, you can argue, yeah, God did it for you. He's the one who made your joints pop and all this stuff. And he did it. I did it. And I think that's more or less how God works, man. He empowers you to do what you need to do. He never will do it for you. Somebody's doing stuff for you, you better check that because that's not normal. I mean, unless it's your mom. Moms are good like that. Or your dad, your next of kin. Somebody who looks after you. Who has your best interest at heart. I need somebody like that, actually. It's really hard to find a genuine person who's genuinely there just because they want to be there anymore. At least it is for me. And I might be just too sensitive to all of it. Like I don't give anybody a chance, and everybody's all kind of through inertia and momentum going down the same type of path. And I see it, and I know that everybody's different. But everybody just kind of wants to be the same dick. It's messed up, man. It's like what people say proves that. Like what goes on TikTok a lot. And I mean, I'm not even sure like who it is. I know it's an AI presence. And somebody putting something through an AI, but it's unbelievable. And it's funny. If you're like really stoned, it's funny. You got to be freaking ripped though to even think it's funny, because yeah, man, it's just sad. A lot of it really makes me, I'm dying to grow up. but in this environment, it's very hard. I thank God for my kids every day, and I've never seen more well-behaved kids anywhere. And I didn't even ask. How can it be a negative karmic response for me giving praise to my kids? I don't understand that. Maybe it's bullshit. I love this rotor, man. It's so fast. I never actually got to get it to go fast until this week, actually, this month. And I built it a year ago. It's one of the first ones I actually built. So cool. So I think I'm gonna put the ceramic bearings on this rotor that's coming out. It's almost done. %94 done. Yeah, this power is kind of not good. There we go. There's a full one. That's bright. That's about as bright as it can get almost. Like plugged into the socket up here. It's a 100 watt LED. Metal halide representation, I guess. Call it that. Hey. Oh yeah, that light is on. It's really bright. 35 volts in. Woo! Getting hot. Here, let me get it up here. $78.6 volts. Going through the bridge rectifier. Turn that all the way off. Let's see how long it takes to see it. The thing, and I think it's because of the combination of the two, what's happening. I'm not exactly sure. But I think to get a better idea, I need to hook up a different multimeter. This one's very rudimentary. I like it, but this one has an oscilloscope. But I'm getting a little space cadet-y, man. I'm getting been getting spaced out. I've had my fill this holiday season. It's been awesome. Gained about 10 pounds. All right. Be right back. And voila. About a 3-hour print. It's a little bit, there's a little bit of crust on it. It's not a perfect print, but I don't think the weight's bad. Just a little bit on the bottom. Nice. Okay. I should have a whole 20 pack of flanged bearings coming in the mail today as well. Should go out there and check through there. Aha, a little ceramic baby. Oh, that sounds like it's going to move like awesomeness. We just put up our tree today. All right, I gotta cut this. All right. Get my mallet real quick. Nothing else. This is going to be a good rotor for lots of applications. Oh, man. Gotta be choking. Listening to people. Oh, my God. It's like, do the spiral one, the Archimedium one. So I do that, and it's just, nah, man. And then you fail to mention that I probably should have done it at 100%. And no, man, people are not just going to know this stuff right off the bat. I mean, I kind of had a hunch with how, like, much space there was on the infill. What a freaking mess. I'm so, like, just, oh. So I did like the record player bullshit, and this is what I get for doing that. I'm so mad right now. It's all right. I'm not going to let it get me down. But the whole center just isn't even. See, look at that. BS. It's fun to watch it print, though. That much I can say. Now I don't even know if I should continue. I mean, my sculpture, people are like wanting me to do Howard Johnson's thing. At least one person mentioned that it looked like Howard Johnson's thing. But I'm not hooking up coils to all these ever. It's not going to happen. I'm not trying to make that kind of a mess. And I don't have my own system to reduce the mess. As you can see, that everybody that has a system has made a system. So when that naturally evolves, probably with the help of somebody else, then maybe I could even fathom doing that. But yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, somebody said that there's a Howard Johnson build like that. Double O mentioned it. I've never seen it. It's not like he mentioned it and then I went and looked it up and wanted to immediately replicate it. That's not what happened. I've been wanting to do this for years and I haven't looked up anything about it. I saw like a genome. I'm like, I want to make a genome out of like a double helix or a double spiral staircase. Made out of magnets or magnetic disks that are coupled. Now I got my Litz wire coil. I kind of want to see that one in action here. I hope it'll work. And each strand hooked up though is like way too short and way too many wires, and I go for it and I end up pulling my hair out every time. But there's a 32 gauge wrap in here too, along with the 20 gauge wrap. So it'll trigger itself. Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't have. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna do that to you guys. Won't. See, this is what makes that sound, I think. And when it gets going really fast, it sounds kind of like a saw blade. So let me see if I have a trigger coil available right off the bat. No, I don't. Wait a minute. This is a 26 gauge coil, so it might work. So we put this coil here and that coil there. But we might save that for a different time. I'm going to get my tachometer real quick. Paige, I need the laser.
I didn't touch that glass.
Yes, well, I don't.
No. I have a different one. Where'd you put it?
All right, get it to me and then never touch it again. If you can't put it back where it belongs, you don't need to touch it. Yeah, my kids were playing with it. It's a good cat toy, but oh, we found it. All right, sweet. Uh, 'So let's see how fast we can get going at 12 volts. Our lights are lighting up here. 2400. 2500. 25. Woo! And that's at 12 volts, 12.3 volts. So 1, 2, 3. And at 1, 2, 3, the 18 gauge strand is pulling zero point 0.8 amps or 0.9 basically, and the 20 gauge is pulling 0.6. So altogether that's 1.4 amps, but it's in parallel. So the highest amount of amp draw is 8.8 or 0.88 basically. Yep, 2505. But this, however, is not a 12 volt system. It's more than that. We'll go at least 18 without having any problems. I want to see something real quick. If you're faint of heart, please turn away. Let's turn this down. All right. All right. We turn them both on at the same time. $1,700. $2,150. $24. $25. $27. All right. Whew. That was a close one. All right, let's view the damage. That is pretty uncool. Look at this. Yeah, I caught it. I literally in the shaft. Oh wow. Look at that. Dude. Crazy wild, man. All right. Well, we're going to recoup from this. Burned quite a bit here. Look at that. Maybe a quarter inch isn't enough. Am I deterred right now? No, I am not deterred. But I need to find where the other magnet went. I am so happy nobody was in here. Look at the devastation here, man. This is unreal. Wow. This broke. Did you hear that? Oh man, I'm so happy you weren't in here, dude. Somebody was just telling me how I should put a shield up around this thing, and I'm like, well, I'll put one right here, and I guess that wasn't enough. Unreal. Look at that shaft. I've never had anything like that really happen before. So I was kind of unprepared for that. But yeah, that's definitely, that pinched my hand pretty good. All right, I hope nothing is broken and just waiting for me to find it. But anyway, after that, I think it's about time I call it a day. Whew. Don't worry, you haven't heard the last of me. I'm going to find out what happened with that, and we're going to re-look at our designs. I'm probably going to Rotors 100%. Oh, dude. Just this is amazing. It totally just flew out of the freaking rotor, like through some tape as well. Unreal. All right. For those of you who wanted to see something like that, there it is. Those of you who didn't want to see that, I apologize. But peace out. Hope you all had fun. Bye now.